Andrew.
Hey, Vangie.
What's happening on the Big Phat Pod?
Well, today we're talking about track 8 from the new Phat Band album, 25 Years of Fatness.
Yes.
The song is called Change is Good.
Oh, beautiful piece.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
The spirit of the Big Phat Band continues. Welcome to the Big Phat Pod with hosts Vangie Gunn-Goodwin and Andrew Kessler.
Hey, everybody. My name is Vangie Gunn-Goodwin, wife of the amazing Gordon Goodwin, and now the leader of Gordon Goodwin's Big Phat Band, singer, vocal contractor, and the oldest of 4 kids.
Wow. I'm the youngest, so we had
That's why
very
we get
different
along.
experiences, yes.
Yes.
My name is Andrew Kessler. I'm an arranger, orchestrator, and music producer from Canada, now living in sunny Los Angeles.
Yay. And it is hot right now.
It's hot all the time. I'm a valley girl now. I've just, I've just given into
It's
it.
so true. And also, my kids have been telling me that you look like you could be my kid, which is kind of crazy. We do kind of look alike, don't we? Yeah.
I mean, I have longish hair and
Blue eyes.
well, not quite as sparkly as yours, but
Hey, well,
we try.
It fits.
And I take that as a very sincere compliment.
Thank you.
But I also want to hear a little bit more. You've spoken to me a bit before, but I'd actually like to get the full story about how you met Gordon. And how that, came together.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really great story. We started out as colleagues all the way, So I'm a session singer. I've sung on a ton of film, ton of television, artist albums, cartoons, Phineas and Ferb.
Any favorites?
I love Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Family Guy was a blast. The video game World of Warcraft, I ended up doing a big solo on that. I loved that and toured with a show called Video Games Live.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Films I love, Happy Feet, Zootopia 2. I mean, I look back on it and kind of just go, whoa, okay.
Because this stuff has a worldwide reach. To be like, oh, that's my name or my voice or my instrument on, that's kind of one thing that doesn't get old for me.
It doesn't.
Is being like, I played briefly in the house band for America's Got Talent some years ago.
That's cool.
And that's the one, musically it didn't require a ton out of me.
Yeah.
I think I was playing bass in one video and keys
Yeah.
or whatever. And that's the one thing that now everyone is so excited to be like, you were on America's Got Talent or whatever,
Right.
or just in some
It's
capacity.
so true.
I saw you there. I recognized you. I'm like, yeah, but I have this jazz album that I'm really proud of.
okay.
And people are like, yeah, sure, whatever.
It's so true. It's Phineas and Ferb for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are like, what? Because I did the Go Candace, go Candace. If you guys have watched it. Yeah, that's me. So, yeah, everybody knows that. Anyway, so I worked a lot with a guy named Randy Crenshaw, fantastic vocalist who I've worked with for years and years and years. He's on way more than I am. And he was Gordon's vocal contractor for a long while.
Right.
And so at one point, Gordon just said, hey, Randy, I think we need, a couple of new girls. You know what I like, but I need someone with punch, but who also can blend, who can do jazz, whatever. And Randy's like, I got the girl.
I found my unicorn. Yes.
Exactly. And so he brought me in. And so the first session I did, believe it or not, was me, Randy, and Dave Thomas of Take 6.
No kidding.
Yeah. And it was doing a demo for Disney, and it was this kind of cool New Orleans kind of vibey thing, but tight jazz vocals, and it was so fun.
Cool.
And so we had a great time. Gordon's charts were impeccable, and the 3 of us dove in. We got it done in a couple hours. I mean, the thing is, Gordon's charts were not simple. So it took a minute, but it was so fun. And from that point on, I was the go-to when he needed a girl, a female, a soprano mostly.
Yeah.
And so I did a lot of his demos. I did a ton of his final stuff for all the parades and some of the film stuff. And then, let's see. So then it was a few years into it, I started to listen to the Phat Band a little bit, and I saw different people singing. And I remember at one session, and this is years and years before Gordon and I were together. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't appropriate. We were just colleagues. And but I heard the Phat Band. And so one day at a session, I go, I want to sing with the Phat Band. I just kind of was bold. And he looked at me, he goes, you would be good with the Phat Band. And I said, yeah, okay, so let's make it happen. And so many months later, finally, I reminded him a couple times, like, I want to sing with the Phat Band. And he called me in to sing for a Paramount Studios executives retirement party. So it was at Paramount Studios.
Okay.
And he sent me 2 songs to learn. It was songs he'd already arranged for other people. So Night in Tunisia, the Shaka Khan version. And what's the second song I did? I don't remember now. Anyway, but Tunisia, that's a beast.
That will kill most mortals.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And so when he sent it to me, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I dug in and I learned it. And so I knew sound check was going to be the big test.
Yeah.
And it was. I got up there and I literally cannot remember the second song. And he said, I stood up there and I was thinking he's going to do the other song first just to warm everybody up. And he went, all right, let's do Tunisia. And I was like, here we go. Yeah. And so I did it. I kicked it. I was great. I mean, sorry, I'm going to just toot my horn. I did a really good job. At the end where he looked at me, he goes, great, awesome. You feel okay? And I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, good, we're done.
Yep.
I'm like,
which is the best answer you can.
Okay.
I mean, it's not often where people will be like, oh, you did so amazing and great. So you don't have time for that. You're in sound check.
It's cut and dry. Great.
Yep.
You sounded great. You're good. All right. Bye. And I'm like, okay. I walked off stage. I'm like, what just happened? And so I sang with the band a few times after that, and it just was a really beautiful working relationship. Through the years, people would ask me, so who's your favorite producer composer to work with? And literally, again, before we got together, I would think and I go, probably Gordon Goodwin. And they go, well, why? And I go, well, for one, his charts are just perfect. And they're clear, they make sense, they work for vocals, we can see them, we know where we're going, where we're going. And then I go, plus the atmosphere is always really fun.
Yeah, that's important to cultivate that, an incubation for the music to really grow.
Right. And so I loved his music. I loved working with him. And I worked with tons of different producer-composers. So it was interesting to me that he stuck out to me way, way, way back. And then years down the road, he went through a divorce. I went through a divorce. And then we saw each other, and it was like a, and it was like you said with Kat, it's undeniable. We even, at one point, we were like, no.
Well, you're trying to look for every because especially if you've gone through a relationship that didn't work out before, you're a little more mindful before you jump into something else again. And I know for me it's like with my fiance, we look for every red flag possible because we also have the issue of the distance at this time.
Right.
So it's just like, well, if we're gonna do it, let's and we're also both musicians. You just there's a lot of stuff that's apart from any romantic feelings. It has to be a real partnership, collaboration, and it has to feel right. And it was so obvious to everybody around you that it was right.
Yeah, it felt right. It was more than right. Yeah, it just, our energies just swirled with each other. I feel like they still do.
Yeah.
At our wedding, in his vows, which I am so lucky because he practiced his vows on voice memo.
Oh.
And I found it after he died.
Oh, that's so special.
Oh, my gosh. I listened to him a lot. Yeah. And, see, I could cry. Here we go. Sorry, everybody.
No, take a minute. It's fine.
So, I was going to try not to do this on these episodes, but whatever. At one point in his vows, he said to me, everybody looks to you, basically, and you take care of everyone. You have an inherent ability to see what other people need. He goes, but things are going to change around here, and I'm going to take care of you. Sorry. And he goes, so, basically, everybody watch out. I'm taking care of her. He said, I'll protect you. I'll provide for you, all the things, And you know what, you guys, he did that.
He meant it.
And he did it. And so to have that kind of a relationship where who you committed to actually does it is really something else, considering I've been through a couple of pretty gnarly relationships. And so later in life, we didn't get together till I was over 50. I'm over 50.
I didn't believe it either, folks.
And so, it was shocking that I could have that at an older age. And so, again, I said this in the first episode, I think it was, where I had the gift. I got to love Gordon. I got to be loved by Gordon. But thinking that through and re-experiencing it on a daily basis makes the ache and pain all the more.
Yeah.
So I, again, feel so lucky to have his music and to have his voice memos and to have his videos and all the things that really keep him alive for me. Mm-hmm. I hear about other folks who lose people who start to forget what they look like.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. At the second I get a blur, I just grab my phone and I watch a video. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks. Sorry, folks, for getting emotional there.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's really special to hear. I mean, and obviously we're not able to hear his side of the conversation, but we can kind of imagine, know, how much he meant to you, how much you really meant and changed him. Yeah. And, you could hear in the music that he wrote when you guys were together. Yeah. It's some of the best stuff ever written. Yeah.
So shall we segue to the song?
Yes.
Okay.
The song.
Change is Good.
Change is Good.
Which I introduced this song now because there's a vocal component to it. Mm-hmm. And I sing with tracks live.
Oh,
this.
right, yeah, because there's a lot of extra layers.
Yeah, which we're going to talk to the singers in a little bit on this song. But I say, this is one of the most beautiful pieces that I've ever sung for Gordon. And he named it this before he got sick. And to me, it's prescient, maybe. It's ironic. But I don't like the title, and yet I agree with it. And the title is Change is Good. And prior to his passing, I would say absolutely change is good.
Yeah, growth and new things and uncomfortableness.
Right.
Discomfort is the word.
Whatever, uncomfortableness. I like that. But now I'm like, oh no. Yeah. I don't like this change. Yeah. But I can't go back. So I have to take it. I have to embrace it. Mm-hmm. And this song really says it, I mean, why don't we play a touch of it?
Sure.
I mean... This repeated note phrase, that's a very Gordon Goodwin thing. All right, we can stop. I will listen to that whole song.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah, and that's just such a nice texture, which is just reeds, so saxes, one Harmon trumpet and one cupped trombone. So really good use of mutes, Gordon, and also mixing and matching. Sometimes we have a trumpet in a straight mute and another one in Harmon. Right. Or like just playing with having a lot of timbres together, which again, when you listen to it, it's kind of that Brian Wilson approach, I figure, which is very much just like, we're going to make a new instrument out of instruments we already have. We're going to have this line. It's going to be played by celeste and conga or whatever. Just putting a whole bunch of instruments together back when, in the 60s, when production technique and style had just developed to be like, there's no rules now. We're using the microphones in the studio as an instrument. So basically the freedom to have a musical statement and to really play with the colors and the instruments and the tone and the overdubbing if needed. And this song features all of these amazing, just beautiful textures. Yeah, and the fact, again, let's talk about the accuracy. This is a slow tempo, and the drums raise doing a, but then there's also the, the hump of it. I love that word for it. Just finding that slow groove and having all those instruments, the
dun, 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 not rushing,
Yeah.
landing together.
'Cause they're all pushed.
Correct.
And I mean,
Yeah.
that gets even the best of us.
All
You
the
know?
time, yeah. So real quick, the story of this song was an assignment by Alfred, who is our sponsor, Alfred Music.
That's
we love
right.
you, love you, love you, love you.
We do.
So anyway, it was an assignment. So grade 3, I believe. And so Gordon kind of pumped this out. But then when he was writing it, he said to me, he goes, "Ooh, I like this song." He
Yeah.
goes, "I'm going to do the Alfred chart, but I think Phat Band might do it."
Yeah, do it for real.
Yeah.
So
then when we went to Australia last year, we toured after the big Generations in Jazz event. We did a few concerts with a group called Anjo. Look them up. We'll link it in something. They're fantastic, like young 20s, early 18, 19-year-old musicians who are top of the top. They're fantastic. So we did a club gig with them, and Gordon did Change is Good. So I'm sitting there listening to this, and I'm going, yeah, we're doing this with Phat Band, And so then later that night, he says to me, "I think I'm going to put a vocal component to it." And I was like, yes!
Epic.
So we brought in, myself, Fletcher Sheridan,
the goat.
hello, David Loucks,
Yeah, again.
and the one and only great Alvin Chea.
Yep.
So it was 3 guys and me. Yahoo! But the crazy thing is, I'm going to save it for our interview.
Yes.
So when we talk to the guys, we're going to have a lot to say. But one last thing before we swing it over to the interview. This was Gordon's last piano solo. And this one is probably one of the most beautiful piano solos he ever did. And it has so much meaning. And I kind of feel like it was a love letter to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every time I listen to it, I hear it. Anyway, and what we do live is we play his piano solo. And it's a pretty special moment. So.
That's awesome.
Anyway, thanks you guys for letting me really share my heart on this one. Yeah, that was something.
Thanks for being vulnerable and brave to share and open that up.
Yeah.
And I think it gives us more insight to you and to Gordon and the man who we all miss, who we love, but how he really did change.
He changed
everybody.
us.
Yeah.
For good.
Yeah.
He really did. All right, let's get to the fun interviews. Thanks, you guys.
Special.
Good.
This is the Big Phat Pod.
All right, we are so excited to be here now with my people.
Got some singers in the house.
I mean, come on, a couple of my closest friends, people I sing with constantly.
We got a
Fletcher,
vocal
you're
group right
already.
here.
I'm already, yeah. Woo, this will be fun, or it'll
Oh no, we're
be a
gonna have
lesson,
fun.
a lesson learned.
No, come on, I know how it is when singers get in the room. We're ridiculous. So everybody, really quick, this is Fletcher Sheridan, the one and only, and David Loucks, the one and only.
David Michael Loucks.
David Michael Loucks. And I brought them here because you guys sang on the album. But before we dig into that song, I just tell the audience a little bit about yourselves. David, let's start with David. Go.
Oh, I have to
Yes.
go first?
You have to go
before
first because you don't like to.
Okay, well, where do I start?
I was born in a small...
Now.
Okay.
Sessions.
All right. Well, I started singing. When did I start doing sessions? God, I don't even know. Didn't start singing until college, so I started sessions after that.
Which pisses me off even more. We'll talk about that later.
Which actually, I have some background on that too. So we all know each other.
Yeah, I've got great stories about meeting them too.
I've been faking my way through ever since.
Please.
Which is what we do in this business. But
it's pretty great fake.
You need like a cigarette that's like 90% ash while you say that.
I know. We're like
most of us do in this town.
The lucky ones.
This pandemonium, Cindy. All right. So name like 2 films you've sung on.
2 films.
Yes.
7,000.
And they better be the ones that I contracted.
Oh gosh. Now I gotta
Just
even remember
joking.
the ones that you contracted.
Oh, whatever.
Lightyear. It's like, of all films to choose. Okay. Let's see. So I don't know. Jurassic World.
Ooh.
One of the Star Treks.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know.
So I'll fill it in a little bit. All right. So David is
thanks.
a prolific session singer. He's sung on tons of movies, all of my movies, I think, except for one that you were out of town or something. Zootopia 2. He sang on an episode of Star Trek recently. He's done a ton of live stuff for American Idol and for Dancing with the Stars, vocal arranged for Dancing with the Stars, did sweetening vocals. Okay, anyway.
He was in the internationally acclaimed a cappella group Impact.
Oh, that's right, Impact. He is
was.
awesome. He's got Arranged for Days, but the thing that I love about David is when we're on the same choral session, I feel like, oh, okay, good. There's at least 2 of us who are a little bit more on the rock pop side of things. And so I see him and I'm like, great. And our unison is fantastic. And so anyway, I could just keep going on and on. David's voice is incredible. And I'm really so happy you sang on 3 freaking songs on this album. Whatever. Okay, now moving to Fletch. You fill us in on what you did.
My name's Fletcher Sheridan.
Yes.
I grew up singing. My very first session as a kid for a film was Anastasia,
Oh,
the animated film.
I love that film.
Yeah,
so
really?
cool.
Yeah, I really do. It's a nice one.
it's a great one.
No, it was lovely. David Newman was the composer, and I had never done anything like it before.
Have you heard there's a rumor in St. Petersburg?
Exactly.
Yo,
that
I
was-
don't mess around.
It's real. I mean, I didn't sing on that song, but you know, it was a lovely song.
Get out.
But it was at the end of the era where they recorded the orchestra along with the choir at the same time. Like, so 16-year-old me walking on Sony scoring stage, full orchestra, full adult choir, full kids choir, and it was the lightning bolt hit me like I must do this forever.
Yeah.
And I was probably incredibly obnoxious the rest of my career.
No, you're not.
I don't know. I kind of knew it at the time that it was this galvanizing moment that really tempered every decision I made from then on.
Right.
Which is what a blessing to have that at such a young age, because it's informed my journey all along, and I stuck it out and transitioned into an adult singer.
Yay.
Have sung on movies like the big one, Loucks. Everyone,
Yes, sing it. Can you?
the O'Hare delivery guy.
you do
You
it?
greedy dirtbag.
Yes.
Which was a great experience. Not just that song and the character that evolved. It literally evolved out of a riff I did in a passing moment in a song, and the writers of the film happened to be there, and they heard me do that one little thing, and they totally spiraled it into Side of the Hood. But that just speaks. That's like the tip of the iceberg. You see, there's the 2 years of working on that film that really blew my mind as far as how creativity in our business works and how collaboration works, and what I thought of what I do as a singer. So. I've been grateful for those teachers in my journey. But so Loucks, almost all of the Minions movies, Zootopia 1 and 2. I do some vocal contracting for Family Guy and American Dad.
Yes. Thank you.
And Ted, yes. And Yeah.
So I'm going to speak further to Fletcher as well. Again, one of the greatest voices in LA, perfect pitch. So, and it's so nice. You're so sweet about your perfect pitchness because you don't lord it over us when we're in sessions. But I'll be doing something. I'll go, Fletch, I need an F. Whatever it is. Okay. And so I'm like, thank you. So perfect pitch, an amazing vocal arranger, so fun to sing with. And one thing I love, I talked about David and I have really great prime unison, and so do Fletcher and I. But here's the thing, Fletch can do prime unison with me on an F like 6, right? Or 5 or something. I mean, we have super
The one
high
I
notes.
shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And I'll be putting that video in on this episode of us kind of being all, because we did it. It was amazing.
And what I love about these two, I mean, most of the sessions I've done in town have been with both of them together, doing some tight harmony, small group thing,
Yeah.
but like, it's the perfect mix of professional and like showing up to work and crush it, but then always fun.
Yes,
Like you guys, especially for
always
me,
fun.
who's like, I'm not a singer primarily, I just put on that hat every once in a while when it makes sense. And you don't shun me out of the room, which is all really nice.
Not for a second.
No,
But I have a real funny story of when I first met David. I had moved to town, and he had messaged, I think, me or someone in Accent about getting some high-lows charts. Because we have a ton of transcriptions with an Accent of singing this Gene Perling, close harmony stuff. And I didn't really know you at the time or didn't know of you. And we're just like, well, we're just going to keep these charts. We're not just going to send them out. And then at some point, someone connected me with you, and you met me for lunch before I started kind of doing some session stuff. And then you mentioned that. I was like, oh, yeah, just in case those charts show up or whatever, it'd be really cool to sing them. I'm like, oh, it's you who asked for them. And I just sent you everything, every transcription we had. And then at one point, I was going to audition to sub for Impact, subbing for a very soulful, melismatic R&B baritone chair, which I am not. And so I showed up to the thing and we sang some stuff together, and I could we had a really good time. But then once you guys said like, oh yeah, we're actually looking to replace this specific singer with this thing, I said, oh, I can't do that. See you guys.
We had a good time. It was a good hang, though.
Yeah, and we worked together since.
Absolutely.
But just fun memories.
They
Yes,
are,
for
and
sure.
your description of them is perfect. And in my vocal contracting, these two are top of my list. I try to change dates of my sessions if you guys can't do it, and you know that. Whatever.
Never tell us
You
that.
flatter us.
I mean,
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yes, and Fletcher also. I mean, you've been a real impact on my family's life. With Aria, and we could go into this. And your wife's one of my best friends, and so
one of mine, too.
I'm so glad.
It's
so glad.
convenient.
Amazing you
that
found
we're
each other.
just-
Yeah. And one last little bit of history with David. We went to the same college. However, I am quite a bit older than him, though I don't look it. Okay.
Certainly don't act
Anyway,
it.
thank you. And I didn't sing with you at college, but what my understanding is, you played French horn.
I did.
Before you started singing. That's just bizarre.
And he didn't start singing till he was 20.
Whatever.
That just pisses me off. Like, most of us had been like clawing and scratching, doing awkward musical theater productions
Right.
when we were teenagers, and
Yeah.
he just walks in at 20 and that sound comes out of his face.
You didn't have the 15-year-old barbershop quartet phase like the rest of us?
Like I did.
Come on.
No.
Totally had that.
I
The
did
Hamiltones. I was in the Hamiltones.
Oh, God.
From Hamilton High School. Of course we were the Hamiltones.
Okay, that's awesome.
I had enough nerd in my life with the French horn. I didn't need to
Yeah.
add
Fair
any
enough.
more of that.
What made you stop playing French horn?
Nothing made me stop.
There's
really.
a joke. If we were quick enough, we could figure out a really quick joke.
Just hurry.
Who made
hurry.
me stop?
Who,
Like, no.
who made you
No,
stop?
no. When I graduated from college, I was kind of doing both, kind of trying to juggle
Oh.
both, and didn't realize. I found out relatively quickly that these are basically two full-time jobs in two. What I assumed music industry. I thought it would be kind of an overlapping, like,
Right.
this should work well together. I can play horn sometimes, I can sing sometimes. It became pretty obvious pretty quickly that these are two entirely different groups of people doing these things, and so I sort of had to choose. Not really, but it just the singing thing was taking off. It was more interesting because it was newer to me at the time.
Right.
There are a lot more opportunities for vocal music,
Yeah.
especially in LA,
Yeah.
with our industry. So Not that there weren't great opportunities for horn,
Right.
but it fundamentally, I'm lazy, and singing is just a lot easier than playing French horn.
Nicely put.
I think it's
So
more,
I think that was really what made the choice.
I think it's more of the head trip that it's easier to manage.
Right. I wouldn't say it's easier.
No,
You
it's
just don't
different.
have to carry your horn.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
maintenance
right.
of being a horn player is a lot.
Yeah,
So
we were just
But
talking
the
about-
maintenance of
you can't
your
practice
voice,
your horn in the car.
If you get
Right.
sick,
Right.
that's the one
Yeah,
thing. As a
that's
piano
true.
player, probably
That's
I
true.
can be really sick and still play.
Yeah.
As a
Right.
singer, I don't know.
Everything
You pros
has
can
its-
work
Oh,
through
no,
that.
no,
It's not fun.
No, when
It
we're
really
There's
has
a
hacking
its
point
out.
where
pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
there's a very quick threshold you reach with diminishing returns powering through anything.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, really true.
Like,
so.
I love me some prednisone, but it's borrowed. It's
Yeah.
borrowed confidence.
Well, we did
Yeah.
that thing in New York.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
where
that's
you
right.
had got like a
I
major sinus infection. Charles
completely-
Billington
yeah.
live at
That's
the
right.
Beacon.
At the Beacon.
At the Beacon. It's a great special singing, close harmony, sort of 30s, 40s Pied Piper stuff.
Ooh, fun.
And you were singing the lower octave to
And
the
me
melody.
sounding like this, but
And you're just like, I can't do anything. But you looked real good.
Oh, okay. That's all that matters for on
You made
camera.
those notes look good.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
yeah, those
gosh.
are not fun situations.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what we deal with as
You
singers,
do power
so.
through. Well, I'm glad you chose voice. Choice voice.
Me too, at this point.
Yes. Yeah, I know. And
Who knows?
you're-
Maybe I'll go back to horn at some
I mean,
point
that'd be
once I
amazing if
age
you
out
did.
Of singing.
If you're all suckers, I'm playing French horn.
Happen any moment now.
Oh, looks like
What better morale boost than picking up a French horn after 20 years of not playing?
Yeah, those chops will come right
It'll
back.
be fine.
It's like falling off a bike.
Ooh. Well, Fletch, what instrument do you play?
I used to play French horn, actually.
What?
You didn't know
I
that?
did not know
And
this.
I'll grant you one. I played French horn.
Oh my
Yay!
goodness. I'm surrounded by nerds.
Hey-o.
Yes, oh
I
my
stopped
gosh.
because I had an embouchure change I had to go through, and I
Braces?
never. No, not braces. No one really. In junior high, they were more concerned with me just getting a noise out of the horn.
Oh, right.
Yeah, sure.
How?
Yeah.
And the whole upper to lower lip ratio
Yeah,
of your embouchure for French.
2/3
Okay,
upper,
everybody, a
1/3
little
lower.
pro tip here on French horn 101.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, let's hear it.
There are different upper to lower lip ratios
Right,
one
right.
must have depending on the brass instrument they play. With
Right.
trumpet, it's typically 50-50. With French horn, it's 2/3 upper lip, 1/3 lower. I was basically playing with my entire lower lip like vibrating on the under rim of the top of my
That
mouthpiece.
was your sound,
You're
man.
like a tuba player playing.
I don't even know. No one had stopped me
Oh.
until I started taking lessons because I was doing pretty well at it and I was into it.
Yeah.
And then I started to work on the embouchure change, and I could not get through the emotional knowing how to play the horn but sounding like I just picked it up.
Yeah.
And at the same time, coming to grips with my love of singing.
Yeah, which you are so great at.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For me, it was kind of the one cross-fading into the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Wow, French horns, all three of you.
French horns, who knew?
I just played piano. So there it is. Yeah, and one thing I do love about
Wish
you
I played
two.
piano.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, come on. But you two are together so much, you have an unspoken language. And I feel like I sing with you guys so much too, in a way. Well, especially Fletcher.
I think it's mostly like in a Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets kind of way.
100%.
Well, that was pretty good for a dead man.
There's times, guys, that on sessions, if I'm in charge, these two get rolling, and finally I'm like, hey, you two,
All you have
shush.
to hear is Fletcher just go at some point, well,
Yeah.
and you know something's coming.
It's so fun, though, you know.
You talk about it.
Yeah.
I truly believe in the fast, fun, focused ratio, those three elements. And you need all three of them.
You do.
And just because you can laugh doesn't mean you're a goofball, because I believe
Correct.
you should be just as able to laugh in a moment and then turn around and say, hey, is that voicing in that chord? It looks like
Right.
the piano has a C sharp and we're rocking a D natural on,
Right.
but you should be able to exist and both be true.
You
I
should.
To
believe.
be Gordon, a notable perfectionist,
Right.
but knew how to hang, knew how to crack a
did.
joke.
Yeah, he did.
It was actually quite good. He was
Yeah.
Absolutely.
very established at
Very
cracking
dark.
jokes.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, it's just that's a great sense to emotion to bring to be
Yeah,
like.
I think it at some point, if you get too magnifying glass with it, it does a disservice to that perfection or getting to that magic that we chase
Right.
in the studio.
Right. Yeah, and that is something, so Wayne talked about that. because he was an earlier interview on this song as well, and he said he learned very quickly, well, because our Change is Good session at his studio was his first vocal session. And so he said for the first bit, he was waiting for us to stop talking to press record,
Never
right?
wait for the singers.
Yeah.
Never
And
wait.
he said, I learned very quickly that I just have to start 2 bars ahead, and you guys are like, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
Boom, go.
you know, right? Exactly. So,
Because we're used to,
We are.
usually, at this day and age, if there's downtime, it's usually because there's some technical
Right.
We're
difficulty.
gonna fill the space.
Right.
we got things to catch up
We gotta
on.
keep the machine with the instrument moving.
Exactly.
You know?
What's going on? Yeah.
That's the reason.
That's what I tell myself.
No, mostly I just want to tell you guys about stuff. You know,
Yeah, that's
so
cool,
I'm like,
too.
remind me to tell you this. Yep. So, well, okay. So let's get into the song for a minute, and this is called "Change is Good," which we are now doing live. I don't know if you want to hear that, but I'm singing with your vocals on the regular live.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's pretty great, actually, and it's become a very big audience hit. And it's in a place in the set. I think it's after Back Row Politics, which is insane, and so it kind of brings the class back.
Okay.
You know. And I talk a little bit about the name of the song, which I hate. Change is good. Prior to Gordon's sickness, I would agree with that 100%. I still agree with it, please. I think
Sure.
change is good. But this change, no. You know, and every day I'm still like, what? How are you dead? You know, and so, however, this song is incredible. And we've done it, again, I said live, we did it in Australia. And then getting to do the session with you. And also Alvin Chea was with us, who I'm going to be interviewing, or we're going to be interviewing in just a
Yes.
little bit. And I think that session, I was so excited to do with you guys because I knew what it was for. I knew the caliber of the song. You know, it took us, I think, a couple hours to do because it was just so intricate. And plus, I love singing with you guys. And so, can you speak to it a little bit before I keep just going? I mean, you know.
I mean, getting to work, of course, with you and with, the group of people in that room,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite parts about aging in this industry
Yeah.
is having the people in the trenches with you and the unspoken stories and experiences that we share, and you walk into the room and that history
Yeah.
is in there, and that
Yeah.
it creates it makes it all the more special. But for me, getting to go in and knowing it was for Gordon was especially poignant for me because he'd been a part of my musical awakening in college, then he actually went to CSUN, and
Right.
I went to CSUN, and
Right.
actually I'd been introduced to his music before I even realized who he was.
Right.
Because
right.
his band director was my director at CSUN.
Wow.
And he's like, hey, you should check out this guy that used to go to college here. He's got these great arrangements. You should put some vocals to him. I never did. And he
Right.
played me that Royal Tomatoes thing
Right,
that he did in
right.
college.
Right. Right.
And it sounded, I don't think,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's heard it, but have you, maybe.
Royal-
Regardless,
Royal
Royal
Okay.
Tomatoes, no.
Okay, well,
it was, you hear that, and as a college student, I was like, that's like Einstein. Like,
Right.
I'm like a rank and
quit.
file physicist, and that's Einstein.
Right,
And I
right.
quit.
Going into accounting.
I quit.
That thing you do, deep cut.
Yeah. I do that a lot when David starts singing. I quit. I quit.
Nope, I don't. Okay.
I do, and most of the male singers in town do.
Yes, they do.
I in fact, am one of
I
them.
know. I know. I've heard it. Yeah. Well,
I'm glad
I
he's
do
my
love-
friend because otherwise I'd be like,
I knew your history of knowing of Gordon before you knew him. And so I think that's amazing. So not only did you sing on Change is Good with us, but I've hired you in on some of the Disney parades
Yep.
that Gordon did. So a few years ago we did
and
some.
then even years and years back, when I had figured out who he was, I was like 24.
Yeah.
I was probably still in college,
Yes.
and Rick Logan called me for a Disney thing.
Right.
For Ratatouille.
Yes.
And it was Gordon.
Yes.
He was there like, oh my God, Gordon
Yeah.
was there. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Hopefully I played it cool, because you know me, I'm pretty good at playing it cool.
No.
Like
me.
Hey, Mr. Goodwin, how was that for you, Mr. Goodwin?
I really like this Ratatouille.
It was really great. You have us rapping about cooking in the kitchen, and it's great, and you're great, and
I'm a real good rapper. Can't you tell?
This is how our sessions are.
and like hunting rabbits is really great, and I really like it. Thing is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna go bye.
Honestly, these are our sessions. I'm just laughing the whole time, and then I'm like, guys, we really got to work.
But no, having that connection to him for me, and also feeling like we nerd out in the same way.
You do.
In the not that we
For
ever
sure.
had hours and hours and an
Yeah.
end of nerding out, but just you get a feel for someone when you're artistically in
Yeah.
the room with them, and,
Yeah.
and I always felt like a commonality between us.
Yes, and he felt that way too. He respected you immensely.
Means
he
the
talked to
world.
me a lot about it. And
So-
the video he got of us singing that super high prime F or F sharp, whatever it was. And
G flat.
Okay, G flat. So sorry.
It sounds higher.
Okay, G flat. He was filming it on his phone, and because you and I went,
Yeah, we did.
We got all excited, and he had a little giggle afterwards. He's all,
Yeah.
and it was really sweet because he knew how much I love you guys and love to work with you, but our vocal connection is just like,
It's
so
lovely.
it was really nice. So there's one other part with David and Gordon connection, which I'm going to just lob it to you, is the Dodgers.
Love Doyer.
Gordon was a Dodger freako, as are you.
I try to keep that under wraps as much as I can. He
No, not at all.
No,
he doesn't.
It's sort of obnoxious.
Congratulations. He's lying to you. Suffered as a result.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh.
They're
yes.
both my homes, but anyway, I digress.
That must have been really conflicting, like the experience of the World Series last year.
I was cheering in Burbank for the Blue Jays because I have to, but Dodgers are my second team. And a cop was pulled up watching the game from the outside, same as beside me, and he's like, "You're cheering for the wrong team." I'm like, "I'm cheering for my team." He's like, "I could lock you up." He actually said that.
Oh.
And then I'm like, "Ha ha ha, you."
I forget.
Oh yeah, fair enough. David, you were saying.
Well, I'm an LA kid. I grew up in LA, so I've been a Dodger fan for a long time. And it was kind of fun to go back and forth with Gordon on that when that would come up, Dodgers or Lakers, or
Yes.
So that was a fun point of contact.
Yeah.
And to get to sing on that album, on his album, was such an honor.
Yeah.
I actually, when I first, I don't remember all the sessions that I did for him, but I remember the first sessions that I had done for him. Like, I had no idea who he was. Like most of my first sessions, I had no idea any of the people that I was working with. But to kind of come full circle and to be able to participate in this album was just an honor. And of course, being in the room with some of my favorite people, some of my favorite singers, all of you and Alvin. Anytime we get to sing with Alvin, it's like, but so they're all special, but certain situations are definitely more special.
Do you remember doing a couple of sessions at his old studio in Thousand Oaks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you and I did some demo work, or even some final.
Yeah.
For some of the Disney demos that he did.
Right.
But I seem to remember early, like maybe 2008, 2009. It was some of my first times with Gordon, too.
Right.
A million years before we even considered getting together,
Right.
I just worked for Gordon, and he would ask me, after I got in, then he would say, what guys do you like to sing with? So immediately it's like Fletcher, David, Greg, Vinny, David, Thomas.
I remember doing something like 2015-ish.
Yeah, at Firehouse, right?
No, I think that was at his
At
studio.
his studio, okay. And it kind of solidified my relationship with you two, and especially because each one of those sessions was kind of a different style.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, there's the Disney flair.
Right.
But it was like New Orleans style, or just the big da 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 da, or whatever. And he immediately heard my intonation and my blend with you, and then with you.
Oh,
and he, after those sessions, he'd always go, yeah, you guys are a good group.
Do you mind if I just jump in to sing your praises? Because what these three singers are alluding to in very humble ways is like, to be a session singer in Los Angeles, you have to be able to sing anything.
Yeah.
Anything range-wise. Kinda. You hear his dulcet low tones. Like, this guy can scream.
His speaking voice.
Because I know I've sung beside him.
Yes.
And I know. And it's both being a lead singer, it's being different types of lead singers, different characters from Bublé to Shaka to whatever,
Right.
and then to sing in ensemble settings, different styles of harmony, could be more. Anyway, but just saying, like, it's a real thing, and they're making it seem really easy. But just, all right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Well, so that swings me back to Change is Good real quick. So this song, we didn't, scream it out, which normally, so David and I, I'm like, come on, let's do our thing, and Zootopia 2, you need to go watch, where the horse mayor flings his hair, and it is Fletcher, David, and I screaming at the top of our lungs.
They should have brought in a wind machine for us, like, shouting over the mountains like a Wagnerian god.
Yeah, Michael was like, come on, guys, rock out. And I'm like, you two. And he goes, Vangie, get in there. I'm like, all right. It was so fun.
That was hilarious.
But so we do that a lot. But with Change is Good, it was tasty and pianissimo and straight tone. Mm-hmm. All the way straight tone and airy, which again is something a lot of times producers won't call me for that because they're like, no, she's that bright, focused, aggressive tone. I'm like, hold on, I can do other things too. And so again, this is something I loved about Gordon. He saw early on the flexibility of what I could do. And he knew that with you guys too. So here's this song that really shows our tender sides. And our blend is just incredible. I mean, do you have a piece of it ready to roll?
Sure.
All right, let's play it.
I always love that descending line.
And that was, you guys both did it, but that's our high note,
prime unison shenanigans.
It was so good. Yeah, and so Wayne was just talking about how in the section with the trumpets, how they have to respect each other as players, hear where they're placing the note and how they're shaping the note so that it is one sound. And he goes, a lot of what Gordon wrote was repeated stuff. We had that, whatever. Okay, yeah. But to do that without it, Wayne would say clamming, becoming a clam fest, right?
Yeah, just being very precise.
And they have to listen to each other. And I'm sitting here going, this is exactly like us.
Absolutely.
And who's the lead? Like, there always is someone who's maybe, even if it's 55% and someone is 45%.
Correct.
You do have to decide who is the leader person.
And it kind of shifts.
Yeah, and depending on...
That wasn't too hard because we, you were there in the room,
right.
So we all kind of knew. We're going to this sound.
That way. We're going that way.
Yeah, even Fletcher at one point goes, we hear a lot of Vangie in there, and I'm all, well, duh. Wife.
Gladly.
But, and each song we do in any session, we'll do a lot of covers, a lot of pop, a lot of funk and R&B and jazz, whatever. We know whose tone we got to go to. Mm-hmm. And again, kind of top voices tend to lead. You'll say to me here and there, get that Cheryl Benteen point. And I'm like, you got it,
Lead
baby.
the charge.
And, or round it out, shape it up, Vangie. Don't stand out as much, blend a little bit more to the alto tone or to your tone or even to David's tone. So it is.
Even David.
Once in a blue moon.
You know what? Whatever. This is so how how it is. I try to be all poignant, and they just like.
It's a shame we don't have any fun.
I know.
No fun.
Yeah, we learned that early on, though. I mean, just the best singers in town
Right.
really know that well.
Right.
And that's why I love being in the room with a group of singers like on this album, because it's just easy. It's so much easier. You don't really have to think that much about that stuff.
Right.
But that comes from our history.
Right.
You know, I mean, playing French horn growing up, that was a huge part of training me for that. When I started singing, it was primarily because of Take Six. When I first heard Take Six in college, I was like, my mind was blown.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, you know, being more interested in group vocals than really lead vocals. Not that I'm not interested in lead vocals, but everybody wants to be a rock star sometimes. But when you're listening to group vocals all the time and you're really into it, you're constantly figuring out what makes that work.
Right.
How does that work well? So kind of everything that I think for all of us that has led up to what we do now
Right.
Has trained us for it.
Correct. And the other thing, you two are a huge, beautiful example of being solid readers. And not only, and this is what I tell students all the time, is be able to read the notes, but be able to read the rhythms, you know? And that takes us from the view of only being a singer to actually being a musician.
And one step further, know your role of your note in the chord.
Amen.
Am I the third? Do I need to be a little flat? Am I the
Man,
fifth?
oh
Do I need to
man.
be a little sharp? Am I a fourth away from if you can know that, bam. It's just, that stuff really helps you slot in.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Find your
That's
octave.
good.
think
Find
it's
your
fine.
octave body.
Yes.
What parts need to be brought out? what
Thirds
parts need to be
typically
tucked
tune
in.
low. Leading tones always tune low. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And low third chords hard to tune for choirs. I don't know why when
Yeah.
the third's really low. Not that it can't be done, but it's hard to do.
Yeah.
And the bassist is always singing them flat if you don't tell them.
Right, right, right.
Right, David?
Oh, Fletcher.
Even David.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. This is what I do love about having Fletcher in the room, though, because that's where you'll keep us all in check, which I do love.
It's
even
good to have
though-
a pitch leader.
Yeah, and that's definitely.
Well, I'm
Fletcher.
great. You don't do that in every room. And
Correct.
You definitely, I never wanted to not come from a place that's double negative. I always wanted to come from a place of this, I want this to win. I want
Right.
you to win. I want us to win.
Right.
Let's,
It's not about being right. It's about
exactly
making the music.
Correct.
I hope in my delivery that comes through, because
do.
otherwise it's it's this thing that you're wagging over people when you try to
Right.
take that on.
Well, so then where that starts is creating the atmosphere from the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I bring you two in, and Vinny, and Anne, and a handful that I love to work with, because the second we walk in the room, there's not tension. And because tension kills singers. It kills it. There's still some sessions I walk into where I'm like, oof, I feel it. As soon as I walk in, I'm like, all right, I'm old enough to not pay attention to this. I can still do my part.
Where it feels like the people in the room have walked into in front of a firing squad.
Yes.
Like, guys, we're singing.
It's so sad,
We're making music.
Right? Remember?
Because here's the thing. We all should have the same angle. And that, again, is to make a great product. So how do we do that? Happy singers make happy music. If it gets a little weird, a little tough, then, okay, let's stop for a second. Let's suss it out instead of feeling stressed and the clock, stop. Let's go to the piano for a minute and go, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay, great. And then we sing it and it's fine. So, again, we singers tend to kind of circle around a lot of the same folks because we have found our shorthand, and you two are definitely part of that with me. There have been a couple of sessions with you, Fletcher, and probably with you too, David, where we'll be doing something and I'll need Fletcher to jump to alto, or second soprano, and all I'll do is go, Fletch. And I'll raise my eyebrow, and he just goes, and I'm like, all right.
Or, hey, could you go up to the alto part? I already
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's a very different thing with Fletcher than it is with me.
Well, I think, but there are folks. No, there are folks. You know, first of all, at the root is there's a trust and a mutual
Yes.
respect, right?
Yes.
Because not every room wants or needs that.
Right.
But when you're in a situation where you have the right components, and it's okay to be that way, and it, again, all the stuff we just talked about, where it's not this, hey, look at me.
Right.
You know, you feel safe
Right.
contributing that way because it's, you know, everyone in the room trusts your intentions.
Correct.
You trust your own intentions. But yeah, in those moments, you're like, this will sound better with a dude mildly uncomfortable on it, and I'm really good at sounding mildly uncomfortable, so I'm gonna go up on this next pass.
And didn't we do a thing where we needed a Donny Osmond sound alike? And I'm like, oh, we got him right here.
I'm like,
baby.
great, let's go.
As a kid, I think it was Donny Osmond as a kid.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was great. So,
love
okay,
those.
we're talking about an in-person session, which is what we love to do because we all want to be together. Because as you can tell, folks, we like to hang out. In fact, how many sessions do I say, what are you guys doing afterwards? Let's go eat. Let's go hang out. I'm going to go do something.
All of
You know,
them, and hopefully we
literally.
can do it all
Tonight.
the times.
Let's see. What are we doing tonight? Okay. Anyway, so...
Thanks for hanging, fellas.
Yeah, you guys.
An honor.
Thank you so much. Go online and check them out. David's got a really great website. Yes.
I just Google me.
Okay. Google Fletcher Sheridan, David Loucks, Loucks. For I don't know how many years I spelled your last name wrong. It was
Really?
really sad.
Well, don't do it now. You're going to confuse
No,
everyone.
I did it correct.
We'll make sure it's in the episode
Yes.
details.
I love you guys.
Love
Thank
you
you, thank you,
too.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Good, okay, let's do the third pass.
I like a little scoop into it. Yeah.
Yes.
You like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next one.
Double.
I'm up here, sorry. You like it?
No, I need more air. Sorry.
That's
Yep.
okay, because I missed the last chord entirely.
One more time?
Yeah.
Same thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's good, though. We got it.
I still missed the last chord.
All looks right. Okay, let's try again.
Yes.
That's gonna be a lot better.
Incredibles too.
What do you need for counting?
2 bars would be fine at this tempo, please.
You're in, what is it, 96?
90 for 92.
90?
Yeah, please. We're in at 92.
Here come.
Well, we are so excited to have Wayne Bergeron. Wayne Bergeron on back.
I'm loving these fanfares. Keep up the good work.
And we want to talk about the kind of more ballady piece on the album called Change is Good. Yeah.
No high notes or anything.
I know Wayne gets to take a little nap on this
Change
song.
is good, especially when it comes to underwear.
I've heard that. Oh,
It's kind of a rule of mine.
Yes,
It's
it
my
is.
thing, kind of.
It is. I'm going to keep that in mind next time I introduce the song.
We're gonna edit that out, right?
no, that's going to be the trailer.
Okay.
Wayne changes his underwear, folks.
Woo!
In case you had doubts.
Once a week, whether needed or not. So, all right, okay, let's get out of the gutter here. I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's something really cool. So this song was written, I already told this really quick. So it was written for Alfred Music, and then Gordon did it in Australia with us.
That's the first time I heard it, yeah.
That's when it got sussed out, and it was on that trip that Gordon said to me, "Ooh, I like this song. I'm gonna do it with Phat Band." And then he said, I want to add a vocal component, which I was, of course, going, yes. So then Gordon, of course, got sick and had Wayne kind of took over the role of producer. And we did our vocal session at Wayne's studio.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
let's talk about that.
That's cool. It's the first time I'd ever recorded vocals. I mean, I kind of knew what to do, but with a little bit of your guidance,
Right,
right.
right.
And I got a couple of mics up, and
Right.
we got our little popper things up there,
yeah,
which I
which
still
we
have of
need.
yours, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
If you want them back ever,
Yeah, you can
got
have
them. And we, first of all, I mean, the section was so good. The blend is already so good. I
Yes.
didn't really have to do much. I just had to make sure the levels were
Right.
where they needed to be, and then
Right.
And record away. But
Right.
it was kind of fun because I do horn sessions all the time, so I know how horn players think.
Right.
And horn players never shut up. So between take, but singers really never shut up.
We do.
I mean, it's on steroids. So trying to get some. So what I learned.
Yeah.
I would just wait. While they might be assessing something out,
Yeah.
how they're going to sing
Yeah.
something. But then sometimes it's just small talk.
Yeah.
Just herding
And then I would
cats.
just go click, 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 and then by the
sing.
third click, they're quiet, and then they go, okay, I just got to interrupt them. And so
You do.
I learned to do that. And sometimes you go, wait.
Yeah, occasionally.
But it really came out great. A matter of fact, I have versions of those all, without just the vocals themselves that I played for friends. I go, check these these great voicings out that Gordon wrote.
Yep.
I mean, like the compositionally, it's
Yeah.
just stunning and beautiful. So really, that tune, we all went to Australia together with the
Yes.
Phat Band. Then you and Gordon and I stayed.
Yep.
And
We
were the
had
guest artists with that all-star band there, and I heard that tune
Yeah.
of his that I'd never heard before.
Right.
But I was singing that.
Yeah.
The little simple melody.
It sticks.
It's an earworm for sure.
It is.
And I go, wow, this is such an easy.
Right.
I mean, easy technically,
Right.
but difficult because of the harmony for intonation and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just a different skill set. But
The other thing, though, that I love about it is even though now we play with tracks live, but prior to that we didn't. And, Phat Band sets are like, pow, 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 and then all of a sudden we're adding in this ballad. And so to settle down, but to not make it boring, to not make it sleepy,
right.
is another skill that you guys do.
Yeah,
So
it's
you wanna
also
speak
that
to
tune does, it doesn't ever get loud and harsh, but it's got a big build
Yeah.
It does.
into thing, and Gordon's piano on it is just
Yeah.
stellar, man. It's
Yeah.
just so tasty and beautiful. In some of these tunes, they have a little bit of a Pat Metheny element,
Yes.
sort of, to
Lyle
them.
Mays and
Because
that
of the
sort
vocal
stuff.
element,
Correct.
with like writing the vocal line and the melodies.
Yeah.
And Gordon, I'm sure, was a Pat Metheny
Yes.
fan, of course.
Yeah.
Who isn't? And so I like it, and I think it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah,
This whole record is kind of a nice change of pace
it is.
from our norm, even
Yeah.
though we have 3 of the tunes we've done
Right.
before, of course. But these new things
Yeah.
are they have some similarities, but there's also like this tune
Right.
is very different.
It is. And we've started doing it live now for,
Mm-hmm.
well, since the big tribute concert. So after Gordon passed, we had actually planned this concert anyway before he passed. It was going to be kind of a birthday celebration for him.
And he was going to play.
He was going to play.
It's a tough one.
And so he passed away, I think, 3 weeks before the concert. and the Wayne and Eric Marienthal and a few others and I got together and we said, "Are we doing this concert?" And initially I was like, "No," but then after like 2 days, I said, "Yeah, hell yeah, we're doing this concert." Yes, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And so we premiered Change is Good that night. And got an incredible response to it, and we're doing it now.
Yeah, putting that
always.
together, man. The team of people that it took
was
to make that
amazing.
concert happen, from venue to, all of that, and to get the funding, and it really, anyway, it was really,
It was something else.
I was great, and I'm sure Gordon was, smiling down at us.
He was.
Just
I know
bravo
he
for
was.
putting that
Thank
together.
you.
So special.
Yeah, so you guys, this song is going to be one of your favorites on the album, especially because there's vocals on it.
Yeah, and and doing things with track,
Yeah.
there's
Right.
an element, you're always going to lose your jazz purist sometimes when you do
Right.
things that are a little out of the ordinary. But, I think that, especially a tune like that, it's not like it's a jazz tune. It's a tune, and it really kind of...
It's like world music in a way or something.
Yeah, it lives.
Yeah.
I think it
That's
needs
a
to
good way.
live with those vocals,
It does.
those background vocals in there. It's great without it, too. But it adds so much. And since I recorded them, I want to hear them.
That's right.
Well, I wonder if you kind of notice a similarity between, tuning and blending a section of trumpets or brass also. Because I find, as someone who's a rhythm player but also a singer, like it's the tuning, you can really, really get nuance. You can get your just intonation or whatever, and kind of, and it'll ring in such a different way. And I find vocals, and especially brass, really have that thing where, it'll sound good on piano when you're arranging, but sometimes just like simple triads or whatever, upper structures, really
Right.
can
just bloom in such a beautiful way.
Yeah.
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 In Gordon's writing, actually, some of the things, he has simple triads and some of
Right.
the vocal things. And then there's two other passes, and there's a simple triad. Then the juicy notes
Right.
are in here.
Yes.
And it's really an effective way
And
to
those
write.
often are moving
Yeah.
along with the sustained
And
triad.
great arrangers do that,
Right.
in their voicings and big band and
Right.
stuff. Tom Kubis does that. His trumpet parts are kind of, you hear him by himself, you go, the voicing's great,
Yeah.
but it's pretty triad-y.
Right.
But then you put the trombone parts he wrote in there with, and you
Mm-hmm.
go, okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Some writers put the complexity in every section, and that can be effective too. But sometimes it airs it out a little
Right.
bit.
Right.
Yeah, spaces it out in a
it's so-
different
and
type of cluster.
Knowing when to do that is,
Yeah.
and great arranging. Gordon was the master orchestrator. There's not a thing that I've ever played of Gordon's ever. From the first chart of his I ever played, when I was in the Honor High School jazz band in 1975, and we played a chart of his called Blues Off the Wall that he probably wrote his first year in college.
Wow.
Or as a senior in high
Yeah.
school. Well, I was no, he was probably in college because I was in the 11th grade.
Okay.
And that was a 10-page or 8-page chart
Okay.
that he was writing back then. And as I mentioned at his memorial,
Yeah.
it began my 30 years of bitching about how hard he writes.
And what would he say?
You go, you big baby, just play it. You can play it.
Don't say the word hard. It's challenging. Right?
But even that chart, I remember it was already there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've played a lot of his musical. So, but even doing small group, I've done things where it's just two horns,
Oh.
like trumpet and sax for a session or something, or three horns, or
Right.
4 or 5.
Right.
That orchestration is going to be as good as it can be, no matter what the instrumentation is. When we
Right.
did Casey at the Bat,
Right.
he was showcasing a Broadway show actually, and he did a small band, and it was trumpet and tenor,
Wow.
and rhythm section, and those horn parts. I wish that show would have
Yeah.
become something. It was really great.
Yeah.
It was so well written.
Yeah.
It would be so fun on the road for a couple of people to get to play that music
Yeah.
every night. Challenging, but doable. And his string writing, equally as good
Yep.
and his wooden writing, equally as good as his big band writing. So there was no weakness in his
Right.
orchestration,
Right.
for sure. There's not anything. And if there was something he wasn't sure about,
Right.
he would ask.
Right.
He'd call me and ask me, hey, I'm writing you this piccolo trumpet thing. You wrote me this thing, Years of Therapy
Yeah.
for Wayne Bergeron. Very appropriately titled, by the way. And it's probably the most difficult thing I've ever recorded, endurance-wise and stuff. And he had the piccolo trumpet a little too low originally, but it worked.
Interesting.
He goes, well, I
Okay.
was kind of thinking like a toy trumpet sounding. Oh, well, if that's what you had in mind, it's perfect.
Okay.
He wanted it to sound like, but I go, this here should be up an octave, so it gets out of there. He goes, oh, let me hear that. He goes, oh yeah, that's what I want.
Great.
So he's not afraid to ask
Yeah.
either.
That's great.
Yeah, it really is great. Oh, goodness. Well, Wayne, we could keep talking for hours, but we got to wrap this up. So
Okay. I have another hour to go here,
thank
though.
you. And we'll have you back on another episode, but thank you.
All
Your
right.
insight to Gordon and everything is just invaluable. So love you. Thank
Love you
you.
too.
Bye, guys.
Bergeron.
Wayne Bergeron. Try Make Music, proud sponsor of the Big Phat Pod.
Getting that perfect ensemble sound takes hours in the practice room.
That's why they built Make Music Cloud.
It's an interactive practice platform that actually listens to you play, giving you instant on-screen feedback on your pitch and rhythm.
With a massive library of big band charts and all your Gordon-Goodwin favorites, it's like having a world-class rhythm section right in your living room.
I wish we had this when I was coming up.
Seriously.
Big Phat Pod listeners can try Make Music for free at makemusic.com/bigphatpod. That's makemusic.com/bigphatpod.
Go visit.
I know what I'm doing.
You heard that jingle. You know what it means. It's time for fan email. Woo! And I'm jumping on again here from home because we're getting in so many new emails that we don't have time to go into the studio and do this together. So sorry, Andrew, we'll get you one in the next couple of weeks and he'll jump on and answer the question. But for now, I'm here. And again, getting to stand in front of these amazing awards. And we are literally about to release 25 years of Fatness. The whole album in its entirety drops this Friday, July 31st. Oh my goodness. That is insane. So you guys, go pre-save it on Spotify and Apple Music. It is ready. Pre-save it so it helps shoot it up to the charts, to the top of the charts. But then just go download it, like, subscribe, buy it. I keep saying that. It's such an odd concept these days with music, isn't it? But we are so excited. We have all put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this album. And again, the fact that it's even getting released is mind-blowing. So excited. And as you heard, we had another release just this last Friday, another single, Dax Thunder Man of Mystery, which is so incredible. And if you didn't hear it, go over on Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes and all the places and take a listen to it. But this Friday, get the whole album, okay? All right, so let me grab this question here. I got to put on my trusty readers, right? Okay, so this one's kind of fun. It's a little old school, all right? Okay, so it says, "Hi, Vangie. I hope you're doing well. I am a long-time Big Phat Band fan, and I remember seeing the Big Phat Band perform at Disney years ago, which is true. They played on Carnation Plaza for years, many, many times. I never saw them. I wish I would have, but they played there. And I was completely blown away. The energy was unbelievable. Well, yeah, I mean, typical, right? Here's the question. What was Gordon like backstage right before a concert? Did he get nervous? Or was he always as cool as he looked? I love this question. Here, let me set this down. So, okay, what was he like backstage? Well, okay, Gordon was always cool. He was always thoughtful. He never got over nervous or over stressed out. And even if there were some life stresses going on, which there were plenty of times, he found a way to compartmentalize so that it didn't impact his performance and all the things that he had to do as the leader of the Phat Band. But right before he would go out and stand backstage or on side of stage, right before we took the stage, he would be in his dressing room, just kind of quiet. Maybe working on one of his reeds for his saxophone, keep those things moist, right? Or warming up a little bit on his saxophone, reading over what he was gonna say for the opening segment, and just kind of composing and getting himself together. And those moments were very sacred for him and for myself. And I would even be in the room with him and I'd be calm, which, you know, that's a challenge for me. No, but I recognized that right away, that he needed that time in order to bring what he brought on stage every time. So yes, he was always cool, always centered. He didn't mess around. When we'd have dinner with the guys an hour or so before, he would be talkative and have fun. But then he would go back into our green room and kind of just settle in and get focused for the night. But Gordon was the same person on stage as off stage. He was always kind, always thoughtful, never spoke too quickly, very encouraging, very educational. He wanted you to learn. He wanted me to learn. And he was always fun. He always was ready with, a sideways joke or maybe a little on the dark side here and there, but it was really fun. So thank you. Let's see, what was your name? David. Thank you for your question, David. And hey, everybody, keep sending these in. We love hearing from you. And I love talking about Gordon. You guys know that. And if you are listening to this on your podcast, jump on over to YouTube so you can look at where I'm standing right now. Check out the Grammys that we hope we're going to add to next year. But then, let's see if I'm going to be able to do this. I have this really cool like chalk painting or pencil painting. Let me show you guys. Try to move this down. Isn't that awesome? Oh, look at that face. Oh, anyway, okay, I'm going to squat and say bye. You guys keep sending in your questions or your thoughts and your feelings, and we will read them on air. All right, have a good one. I want to talk to you about what's coming next week with the Big Phat Pod. It's going to be a little bit different. We aren't going to be in studio together talking about the next amazing song from 25 Years of Fatness. We're going to let you just soak in the joy of the album being released. And next week, our episode we are calling Rewind with Gordon Goodwin. So basically what it is our amazing video and audio editor, David Amaya, has access to all of Gordon's radio shows. It's mind-blowing. It was in his contract. We own them all, which is really wonderful. So next week, we are going to take one or two of his shows and rework them for you, for this podcast. So I'm actually really excited to dig into that this next week, just to hear my beloved's voice and to find that through line and to hear his energy and excitement about his love of music, of all styles of music. And we'll be posting some videos of him as well as pictures. But next week's episode is going to be all about Gordon Goodwin. And I'll jump in a little bit at the beginning and the end to introduce the theme of the day. But I'm really excited to depart a little bit from our normal content order and just give a whole episode to the voice and the eyes and the face of my beautiful husband. So make sure you tune into that. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and all the things, okay? All right, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Big Phat Pod.
The Big Phat Pod is brought to you by Good Gun Creative Inc. Executive producer, Vangie Gunn-Goodwin. Co-host and producer, Andrew Kessler. Senior producer, Cindy Guerin. Editing, mixer, and mixing engineer, David Amaya. Consultants, research, and deep dive in all things Phat Band, Gio Washington Wright and Nick Mondello. Email us at bigphatmail@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Big Phat Pod. Also follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever else you listen to your podcasts. And lastly, subscribe to YouTube at Big Phat Pod to see all of our faces in action. Stay shiny, stay fat, and keep moving forward. You got this, you guys.